Hello, sorry about that. Running a little bit late today. Just a minute to get going. All right, give me just 1 second. I will be right back. All right, how is everybody today? I just came running in from the dentist. Hopefully, you saw my note in my email that said I might be late today. So, can you guys unmute yourselves?
I can.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I can too.
As long as Heather can.
Ha ha ha.
Anyways, how's everybody today?
Doing well. A little sore also from the dentist.
You too?
Yeah.
Did you get poked and prodded like I did?
Oh, yeah.
It was funny. I've been going to the same dentist for a long time, but they're super busy, and so they hired a new dentist. When you have like the hygienists that are like the ones that just do the initial cleaning and stuff, they're usually pretty young, like right out of like hygienist school a lot of times. I have never had a dentist that looked like a kid before. This new dentist, she literally looked like she was about 14 years old. It was the weirdest thing. She came in and she's like, "I'm your new dentist." I'm like, "Are you old enough to legally be a dentist?" But whatever. Okay, so what's been going on? What does anybody need help with? Don't be shy.
Well, see, since nobody else is talking, like I came with all this stuff last week, and I didn't send you an email because um, I've set up all these pages to categorize everything I want to do and what I want to think, and I'm trying to act on what I can before I get to a point where I can really say I need help and I'm stuck. Because
Okay.
there are things I can be doing. My big overwhelm is what to do first, and so I'm trying to do a little bit off each page every couple of days, but I've had visitors all over the weekend and all my kids home, and yeah, so it went a bit slow this week. But I'm not stopped. Um, I'm just sorting through my stuff.
Okay. The best thing the best thing that you can do, excuse me, when you get a little overwhelmed and have all these things to do is just take a little bit of action. I'm in the middle of two other businesses right now that are launching off the ground, and it's like, would I love to be able to spend the next month sitting and working on each one just by itself and nothing? Yeah, that'd be great, but I still run this one. I have another one. I'm starting this other one. It's like I have to just do the little pieces to keep everything moving. So yeah, just keep that up. Don't get overwhelmed with the life stuff of having people around. So
Yeah, no, it's and some of it's the chicken or the egg, and I kind of work through that as I'm going. So
yeah,
I've kind of narrowed it down to what I want to do
yeah.
from the different platforms that are on offer. I had to research all them, and then I've got a lady helping me edit a book. So I've started kind of taking some time out to even just work out how to format and all that sort of stuff, which I'll have to send to her and say, am I on the right track? And so yeah, so different stuff happening here.
When it when it comes to like the chicken or egg stuff, I can tell you from experience that doesn't go away. You sometimes just have to look and go, I'm going to just start somewhere. You can spend, I have a, I have a client, excuse me, I've got something in my throat. I have a client right now who, they have two different business models. They both work well. They make money from both. But they've been trying to decide which one they should focus on. And ultimately, it's their decision. I can't tell them you have to do this or you have to do that. But they've been waffling over this decision for like 3 months. And I've been trying to tell them, look, you could have spent the last 3 months doing one of them and you would have an answer. But instead you've been waffling for 3 months and now you still don't have an answer. You're not any closer to figuring out which one, because there's too many factors to know which one's going to be the best move. And you don't have 3 months of data now. So that's why I don't know if you've ever heard me say or anybody say money loves speed, but when you make decisions and move stuff forward, the data is what helps you make decisions instead of going, how do I make the decision perfect ahead of time? It's really hard to do that.
Yeah, and I've got some ideas for short-term gain, which is important to me at the moment, but I'm worried about sticking myself in the short-term gain mindset. So I've got all these platforms I've been recommended that you can submit articles in, and you can, I just got that win with that $250, which is big to us, but right. I'm thinking, now do I research these other platforms and start writing for them and maybe generate some more quick income, or do I go, okay, in the big picture, the money is going to be more in a website and all that sort of stuff, and put my energy into that?
Sure.
And flounder along a bit longer. I don't know.
Sure. So even when it comes to stuff like that, it's going to be different for everybody because everybody's needs are different, but you can do short-term things without it having to be your mindset. And that's a choice of how much time you spend in each one. So goodness, I cannot get this out of my throat. I do stuff for short term. I also do stuff for long term. My long term plan is it's a business that isn't attached to me at all. So for instance, this business is attached to me. I make the TikToks with my face and the Facebook reels, and I answer the DMs and I host it and do the training and the courses and everything. It's me. I have a separate business that I'm not the face of. Even if I run the ads and stuff, it's not about me, it's what about the business does, because that business then can be a sellable asset long-term because it's not attached to me, it's attached to what the business does. Now, just because I'm doing stuff like I do TikTok shop ads, right? That's not my long-term business plan, but it does bring in money. Now, I could totally quit doing that and only focus on my long-term plan, or I could completely forget focusing on the long-term plan and only focus on doing TikTok shop ads. One of them would mean more long-term money and one of them would mean more short-term money. Well, I don't want to stay in short-term money all forever, but I also don't want to have very little coming in, only focusing on the long term. So for me, it's making a choice of how much time do I spend with something like this in the TikTok shop versus the long-term stuff. And that will change as you go. I spent a really long time in only doing short-term stuff, bring in money, which is good because it helped build up, a nest egg of being able to start to look at the long-term stuff, but you're going to make that adjustment as you go. It doesn't have to be an all or nothing. And I advise, especially at the beginning, unless you have a financially good situation, it is a little better at the beginning to focus on some of that short-term money, in my opinion, simply because, especially starting an online venture, long-term money is great, but you got to keep up the work and the motivation, and every time something goes wrong and you got to adjust to it and change. And when you're doing that for the long term, when things are tight in the short term, it becomes really hard to hang on to those long-term goals. So I would recommend not giving up some of that shorter term money that you've been developing. Don't set aside all long-term stuff, but don't write off the short term either. Like, keep a balance in there and maybe lean a little heavier into your short-term stuff, unless there's a way with whatever you're going to do long-term that you can, as you're building it, turn it into the short-term money. So yeah, maybe you want to build a website and do a blog and write a book and all this stuff, and that's the long-term of what you're going to do. But maybe you start with the piece that immediately starts bringing in some of that short-term money and worry about the long-term stuff later. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that's reassuring actually. Because
Yeah.
I was thinking short-term, and I'm thinking I'm getting sidetracked. But at the same time, it would be really helpful.
It's very difficult. It's very difficult to be patient in the online world for long-term money when your short-term situation is difficult. And I don't know your total situation, but I know, like, you don't have, $100,000 lying around to just fritter away and whatever. Like, so.
Well, and I am lucky that the short-term stuff I'm loving it. Like, it's easy to spend time doing the short-term stuff because I'm writing and I'm reading and I'm doing stuff that I love. And I can even potentially see I'm going to join the Canadian Reiki Association as soon as I can, and I can even see myself taking in clients and stuff, which is totally not online. But it's something that I want to do because I love it.
Yeah, and it is in part of the long-term plan in the same genre, right? So, for instance, like with me, right? When I first started doing TikTok, I did very short-term things. I would do videos that would promote somebody else's stuff, and I would be an affiliate for it. I'd make some good money, but I wasn't collecting email addresses. I wasn't, doing other promotions. It was very create a video, send them directly to the people's stuff. I made more money in the short term that way because putting them directly in somebody else's funnel, they'd buy right away, I'd make money, right? But over time, then I began to collect the email addresses. I started to build out my own courses. I started to, take on my own clients. So TikTok was always part of the plan, but I shifted from handing everybody off and making a little bit of short-term money to now going longer term. But it still fell in the same thing. So you're doing your writing, you're heading towards this Reiki stuff, which is your long term, but you might do some of the short term stuff of getting clients right off the bat. And then long term, you do your content, you build your funnels, you build your website, you build, the whole process that brings people in, along the whole process, as opposed to somebody who's just ready to hand you a credit card.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes me feel a lot more comfortable about where I'm at.
Yeah. Don't discount that short-term money. So a lot of people never even get there. So good job.
I feel like I've come a long way in 12 months.
You have.
Yeah,
I know where
well,
you started. I know where you started. So,
why I'm hanging on with my fingertips because I don't want to hit that critical mass and then go, oh, I give up now.
right.
You know, so I'm hopeful it's going to just keep snowballing. I can feel it in my veins.
Yep. Well, and it took you quite a long time to figure out what you wanted to do and
Oh,
what like your
yeah,
true passion was. And but now that you have, you've already started making money from it and you're doing, you're enjoying it. It's moving you along all those right
yeah.
things. So,
And I can't emphasize that enough for anybody listening is to really work on finding a niche that you love because I just don't want to it motivates you, it pulls you forward and it's yeah, I don't want to just make money online. I want to really love what I'm doing. It makes a big difference.
yep. Yep.
But it's not easy to find sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Heather. Anybody else?
Yeah, I just wanted to share short-term gains. I actually uploaded or started on Venable
Mhm.
because Heather was nice enough to kind of show us that. I got my first $3.32 a couple days ago.
Nice.
So
I am excited for
It
you.
it doesn't seem like a lot, but the thing that a lot of people don't realize is once you've like the vast majority, like 90+% of people that try to make money online never make a single dollar, not one. And the thing that they don't realize is like in this circumstance, right? You've made $3. Okay, big deal, right? Not can't even buy you a cup of coffee anymore, right? But once you learn how to do something once, you can repeat that process and every single thing stacks on to the next, which means like this new business that I'm starting, not even anything close to what anything I've ever done before. But it doesn't matter because I've done all the skills over time that I can launch this whole new business. And it doesn't matter that I haven't done it before because of all the things I've done that have stacked to this point. So whether it's Benable or whatever it is, those things, like when I got started with the Amazon influencer program, and I think I've told you guys this before, I went really, really, really hard for like a month or like 3 weeks or something like that and loaded a ton of videos and then just completely forgot about the program. We left the country for 2 months and blah, 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 blah. I have never created another video for that thing since April of 2023. And it's like, I think I made in 2024, I think I made like $17,000 not having done anything since April of 2023. Like I never touched it. I never did anything. It's just sitting there. And it's like because I've stacked those skills and I've learned how to do this and get myself into programs like that. And so that's really awesome, Jacob. I can't wait to hear more of where you head with that. So
yeah, for
And
sure.
Jake, a proof of concept is really powerful to keep you going. And then, like, I would get 2 weeks between the next sale, and it's like, oh, finally, And I admit I'm only sitting at $10.50 on Benable, but I'm
Nice.
thinking outside the box now. So I've recently joined ClickBank to put ClickBank products onto Benable because they'll bring you a much higher commission. And I'm currently looking into joining up to Printful and creating a marketplace for my clothing line so that I can put that onto Benable. I don't want to just say, hi, go to this affiliate link and buy something for fashion. I want to create my own fashion so that people can follow me and they can have t-shirts and everything drop shipped to them from my line.
mhm.
So just keep thinking outside the box with Benable because I think it's going to be a great platform like Pinterest or whatever. If we can build on it and build broader than just the affiliate links that they're going to offer you. If there's a product you love, there's probably an affiliate link for it at the bottom of the website.
Yeah, no, that's a good insight. I really appreciate that. Yeah,
Well,
I was like, Well, I was just gonna say that I have it linked to one of my Instagram pages, and so it's just one of those ones where it's just like all that you have to do is, go to my YouTube, or not my YouTube, but my Instagram page. And I was even thinking of I could. There's just like you're saying, just there's a lot of things that you can do with it. I could even probably, you know, buy things on Amazon. You can even link your Amazon accounts to it, like your Amazon um, influencer account. You can even sell affiliate links to that as well.
Yeah,
So I was thinking about reviewing some videos and doing reviews just on one platform, and then just having everybody go to my Venable account, and
yeah,
then that way it can increase that following.
yeah, yeah.
With that proof of concept thing that you mentioned, Heather, and this is something that is a lesson that everybody eventually should learn, is when you've found something that makes you money, it might not be a lot at first. It might not, it might be more work than it seems to be worth at the beginning. Like you've had to put in some work to make $3 on Venable, right? And you do have to be mindful of some things might in time realize it's not worth your time to do, but you kind of have to investigate it. But sometimes it's also just sticking with something long enough to see how it works. So for instance, I've sold $1 million worth of stuff through TikTok, right? Then they introduced the TikTok shop, and I never really got into it. Like it was there. I sell digital products. I don't sell physical products. I wasn't interested, right? And so I made a handful of videos just because I got some free stuff and you're required to make the video. And like I didn't really make any sales. I made a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there, but I was like, man, I make so much more doing my videos and selling digital stuff. Why would I bother with the TikTok shop? Well, then I met somebody who was like, you are missing the boat with TikTok shop. And she's probably no one you've ever heard of because she doesn't like sell courses and stuff like that. You wouldn't know who she is. She showed me her account and has made an absolute ridiculous, and I mean stupid, money from the TikTok shop. All these people on here on the, TikTok going, oh, look how I made, let me tell you the secrets. I made 20 grand. Let me tell you the secrets. I made 30 grand. She does that in like days. It's ridiculous money. And pushed me to like get back into it a little bit. Well, I have a video now that I made $1,500 from one video. And it took me 3 minutes. And I realized I wrote it off because I thought it was great. I thought it's something that some people should do, but it wasn't for me. And I realized I was totally missing the boat. So now I have time set aside every week specifically for that, because even though for me, TikTok shop is short-term money, I realized the part that I was missing about it, and the proof of concept there now with that one video that's made that, like, it's worth me putting in the time, even if I don't see any results from another video for a little while, because I know what it's going to become. Anyway, that's my little push for today.
I think there's value in community too. Like the people that I've made friends with, like I consider them my friends now on Medium. We've kind of all sludged over to Venable together. And as we're building our accounts, we're visiting each other's accounts. And if I want to buy something off Amazon now, I'm going to go to one of their accounts and follow the link just to make sure they get a commission, because I'm going to buy something, even if it's not what they're promoting. So I don't think that'll make me rich overnight, but I think there's something in community building online as well.
Right. I saw your question in chat. Let me grab Heather's Benable affiliate link. Nope. Because I agreed that because she introduced us to the platform, you could sign up with her affiliate link. So I put the affiliate link in there for you, Aiden, to Benable. It's like it's basically like for you to create lists. I have that right, Heather, of things that are, you know, top 10, blah, 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 whatever. Or these 3 items, you know, whatever it is, kind of like a Pinterest thing. And then but it automatically, when you signs up, makes you an affiliate for all these different companies. Like auto approved for thousands of companies where you can promote stuff, and they don't take any of your commission. So you get a full commission on that, which is awesome. So that's something that you can look into. I think I need to shoot an actual training, like put it into the thing itself, because people seem to be liking it a lot. So
the just so people know, the advantage of following an invite link is, first of all, you go ahead of, apparently there's a wait list to get onto Benable, so you do go ahead of the crowd. What you get, they have 20 companies that they've held back. They include things like Verbo, or however you say that, Wayfair, Home Depot, Walmart, like 20 big companies. So when you sign up through a link, they open one of those companies for you. And then if it's my link, I get that company as well. So because of people signing up through my link, I now have access to the Home Depot. Today was my latest one, which I was really excited about because it's got a lot of, you know, I live on an acreage, and I recommended a wheelbarrow of all things. If someone clicks on the link now, I belong to Home Depot, so I can get the affiliate for that. So that's the only advantage to the invite link for me, just so people are aware of that.
that's awesome though, because I mean, it gives you access to more affiliate programs, which is great.
Yeah, well, I've got about six of their programs now, I think. And there's some people who have signed up, but they haven't created their first list. So the one lady, took her a couple of weeks until she does her first item. It doesn't open up the link for you. So it's coming along nicely. And it's set up like you create a list, and then the list has sections. So you have like the list might be the best gifts for any occasion, and then the section might be gifts for mother, gifts for Halloween, gifts for Christmas, gifts for spring, and then you just put all your recommendations, about 13, they say, minimum recommendations in a list, which is really quite easy to hit. And then each section has little cards. So one card is a recommendation, and you can either put in a link directly to an item, like you could find something on Amazon and say, I want to recommend this specific item, and you get your affiliate link and paste it in, or you just put in, I want to recommend a wheelbarrow, and it'll pull up whatever they've put on there. So it's very, very easy. I do it in front of Netflix when I'm watching Netflix with my husband. I sit there and create a list, and yeah, it's cool.
That's when I do my TikTok editing, sitting there watching TV. All right, Sean or AJ or Aiden, anybody else?
Seth, could you talk a little bit more about the live?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to talk, but my left jaw is just numb right now and in pain.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you literally did get beat up at the dentist, didn't you?
Oh, big time, big time, big time.
Got it.
Can you talk a little bit more about that that invitation that I got
Yep.
that I showed, and also I've been getting some invitations for UGC,
Okay.
and I'm inquiring about that. And what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Good job, by the way. Really proud of you for your TikTok journey. So, what Aiden's asking about is he's been doing TikTok. He's been talking about becoming a like starting his online business after having built real world offline businesses for most of his life. And he recently got accepted by TikTok to go live. And so live, in my opinion, for TikTok it's one of the best ways for people to get to know you and to find you. You make videos for TikTok, they get a 15-second snippet, they get a 60-second snippet. They might like what you have to say, but really, what can you do in that period of time? Unless somebody has seen video after video after video after video of you for weeks or months, it's going to take them a really long time to find out what you're about, unless they just go and scroll and watch a ton of your videos, which some people do. Live really gives you the opportunity to build what that know, like, and trust factor, where you know what you're talking about, they like your style, your personality, because you're expressing the things that you have experience with, that builds that trust, because they're also not just seeing a curated video of you, but they're seeing you interact as a live person, which goes a long way to people feeling more comfortable listening, following to your recommendations. Now, the great thing right now is so many people are only doing live to push TikTok Shop products that it kind of feels like QVC a little bit. So if you go on and use it to share something helpful, like explaining the stuff you've learned online and how to build a business and all this stuff, and you're not selling, that actually like really gets people interested, because a lot of people are tired of just scrolling through live and seeing, you know, shop after shop after shop after shop, and you're actually there teaching something. So what you want to do on your lives, start short just to get yourself used to it, is pick something that you want to talk about, like a little bit of a point, I guess you could say. Like, you don't have to write yourself an hour-long speech. Just pick a couple of topics that lead one to the next and what you want to talk about. And when you go on live, just start talking about that subject, okay? At first, you're going to have very few viewers. 1, 2, maybe 3 people. You're not going to have a lot that stick around, because people will scroll right past you. As you get more comfortable and people start to hear, you know, they cross paths and they hear you say, I'm, 55 and I just, made my first $1,500 online. Somebody's going to stop and go, wait, what did that guy just say? And then they're going to stop to listen to hear what you are talking about, and you can share your journey. And one of the things that I've found with live a lot is it's a great way to tell people what to do. So for instance, you might only talk for 30 seconds to a minute about, like, I'm explaining my journey of making money online and learning how to do this, a little bit about yourself, and then say, don't forget to follow me if you want to hear more about blah, blah, blah. Press that follow button, right? And you can do that every 2 to 3 minutes, because people do what you tell them to do. So if you go and you talk for an hour and you've got this whole thing and you cover A to Z, but you don't ever tell people to follow you, you don't ever repeat the important parts, then people will watch, but then they'll scroll past. So tell people to follow you, ask questions, tell them to comment, you can repeat the same things because most people's attention span, even if they stick around on a live, is a few minutes. So you can start back over. You can ask people, hey, were you here at the beginning of the live? Do you want to hear how I got started? I can start over from the beginning. And then you just talk about the same things over and over and over again. Because the people that are interested will start to ask questions, everybody else will leave, and TikTok will keep sending more people your way. It takes a little while to get comfortable just because there's no, I mean, you get comments that come in, but like, it's not like having a conversation like this where like I'm doing a lot of talking right now, but you guys have the opportunity to unmute. We have ask questions, things like that. You're only going to get questions that people put in a feed. So I would recommend 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. Just get used to it, like as a muscle. Practice it. Just pick one little thing that you're going to teach for the day. You know, you can title your live, like when you go to do live, you can put in a title for it and people will look at it. Make it something exciting. Don't put in how to start a business, right? Put something like made $1,500 in 3 hours. You know, what's that about? Like it's a hook basically to get people to pay attention. If I'm gonna do something about making money like online, I'll put, you know, free making money class, you know, today only, or something like that. You know, it's still a hook. And then you just literally, in the same way that you have to keep people's attention with videos, you have to do the same thing with your live. If you just sit there and go, okay, this is what I'm going to talk about, nobody's going to follow because they're in that TikTok mindset, right? They want to be entertained still. Now, I've had people stick around for 45 minutes to an hour, right? Because I'm really sharing everything that I've done and walking them through stuff and like whatever, right? Like it's a whole master class, but that's rare that I'll do something like that. Usually it's more about just getting people interested, following. If I'm trying to get them to sign up to like an opt-in page or something, I'll tell them, hey, if you want to know more, go here and make sure you fill out the opt-in so I can send you whatever, right? Yeah. Okay, thanks, Heather. She just put something in the chat about connecting with her on Benable so you can get help. Does that make sense, Aiden? You're muted.
Yeah, it sure does. It makes lots of sense, and it kind of clears up all the notes that I've been taking. I had an idea, I had a rough idea, but I wanted more clarification on that. So, yeah,
It's
and I've
really
been.
just about connecting with people,
Mhm.
because they'll send your live to people's FYP that have seen you and people that have never seen you. And so you kind of play that balance of like talking about things that people that are already following you are like, oh, I want to hear more about that, versus also the hype of getting people that have never seen you before going, hey, I want to keep following this guy. So it'll take a little time. Going live is a skill. Just like creating videos is a skill, and it's a little different because you're on the spot. But the best thing to do is make sure you go into it at a time where you've got some good energy and can talk for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whether anybody responds or not, and get yourself used to that. Because honestly, like when you first start, most of the time you don't get a lot of people, right? But if you do have people that start to ask questions and you start to learn about what people actually want to hear when you're on the live and stuff, I I've won affiliate contests because of going live, because I've been able to push hundreds or thousands of people to an opt-in form, because people jump on a live and they see, because it tells you the count of how many people are watching live, and they see 2 or 3, they scroll past, right? That's why at the beginning it's really hard to get it going, because you got to get people's interest. But people jump on a live and all of a sudden they see 500 or 600 people live. They stick around because they're like, what is making this many people watch this? And then you're just in promo mode of telling about, keep following me, go to my link, whatever. I know you don't have one yet, but like, that's the progression of it. Okay. And as far as UGC goes, UGC, for anybody that doesn't know, is user generated content. And what they're basically doing is saying, create a video promoting our product and we're going to pay you a fee for that. A lot of people make a ton of money with UGC. I don't have any problem if any one of you want to do UGC. Just keep in mind a couple of things. They want to get as much out of you with paying as little as possible. And you don't want to be working for pennies. So you'll get, like right now, okay, you only have a few hundred followers. Your videos are probably only getting a few hundred views, right? No one's going to pay you $5,000 to create a video, right? You just don't have the track record. But what happens a lot of times with, I notice these UGC companies, they email you or they'll send you a message on TikTok and say, oh, we love your content, we want to hire you to do a thing, right? I've got 250,000 followers, right? And they'll send me that and I'll be like, okay, what's the product? What are you offering? And they'll be like, we want you to make 6 videos for this thing and put this link in your bio for a week, and we're going to pay you $200. And I'm like, are you kidding? Like, I have 250,000 followers and you want my link in my bio for a week for $200? Like, go jump off a cliff, right? Like, they expect, especially new influencers, to not have a clue what they're worth. And they'll, even with me, not all my videos go viral, right? Because you can't control that. And they'll be like, oh yeah, but your latest videos have only gotten, 300, 400, 2,000 views, not a million. And I'll be like, I don't care. My time putting into videos and everything and the following that I've amassed and the skills that I have, I'm not shooting a video for you for less than a couple $1,000, right? No matter what it's going to do, especially if they want me to post it on my own TikTok, if they want me to put a link in my bio, if they want rights to the video where they can use it on other places, you're basically asking me to be an actor. You're going to pay me for it, right? And so that's just the thing that you have to be mindful with UGC, is generally they want to pay a lot less than what you're worth. So.
All right. Thanks for the tip. Thanks for the tip.
I don't have any problem with UGC. I think it is people make a lot of money with it, but be mindful, especially as you get better, your videos start to take off, you start to get a following. How much are they going to pay you just to post it on your TikTok? Are they going to start using it on other platforms? Are they going to take it? Are they going to run it in their advertising? Are you going to get commissions on their products? There's a whole lot of things that you have to negotiate. I don't usually do it simply because my TikTok it's not about me. My TikTok is about making money online. So they generally want me to promote a product, and I'm not really interested in promoting a product when I could be promoting something I get a commission on, especially a digital product, because commissions are higher. Now, every once in a while, I will get one that's like, hey, this is a new AI software. We'll pay you for the video plus you get an affiliate link that you can put in your bio. Okay, cool. I'll do that. But a lot of people, like, their TikTok is more about them. So, and like their lifestyle, and they share everything going on in their life. So it's not weird for them to all of a sudden promote a product. But it is a little weird for my account specifically. So that's just what you got to keep in mind. Make sure it's in alignment. So,
Okay.
yep.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Uh-huh. There's so much money being spent online, because especially with UGC and content creators, because that's how people and businesses are getting known and people are buying from them. I'm not saying like direct Facebook ads don't work or stuff like that anymore, but there's so much more money going to the content creator economy that companies have money coming out their ears to spend for videos to be made and stuff. So when they offer you 50 to $100, like, generally they're blasting out 1,000 creators and hoping one's dumb enough to take it, right? Like, that's what they're, and it's not content creators' fault. They don't know any better. There's no industry standard. There's no communities where they're getting together and talking about how much are you making for this video? What should I be charging, right? So most people charge not nearly enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting offers from what they call themselves brokers or managers from men's healthcare, men's
Right. And so
creams, and all this stuff.
brokers specifically, they get a commission on top of whatever you make. And so they are kind of non-discriminatory, and you'll start to notice that when you read the messages. Like, I make content all about making money online, and they'll be like, oh, we absolutely love your content. It is the perfect fit for our product. Here's a facelift cream. It's just a generic thing they sent out to 10,000 content creators, right?
Yeah.
Like, because they're trying to get anybody and anybody, because they get a commission whenever they do, right? So a lot of them are garbage, unfortunately, but it doesn't mean there aren't ones that you're going to get that can't make you a ton of money. So,
All right. Thanks for the tip.
yep. All right. Dr. AJ, Sean, got anything for us today? Anything you need help with?
I'm good, Seth. I'm just still going through the course so all's good in the neighborhood.
Awesome.
Seth, I know you have the course designed a certain way, so I've been through all the modules. The one I'm most looking forward to is the affiliate one, with creating your own exclusive affiliate program. Because everything else I'm pretty much caught up on and have already done the work for.
Mhm.
So do we just wait week by week, or can we get special access?
It usually only releases like every 5 days or 7 days or something like that at a time. Which week are you talking about? Sorry, it's not coming to me at the moment.
It's the one about creating your own affiliate program.
Okay. I'd have to look. I'll send you, I'll take a look at it and see if I can unlock that one for you, and I'll let you know.
Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Will
Anybody?
we have another meeting at this time next week, Seth?
So next week, unfortunately, I'm gonna be I'm in a training all week for something where I'm actually I'm actually gonna be in school next week, Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. So I know I can't do one on Thursday. I probably will have to postpone next week's. It's also my anniversary on Friday. So we probably won't have one next week, but I'll have to let you know if I might bump it to the weekend or something.
And no worries, as long as I know ahead of time where I can.
Yeah, yeah. I always send out those changes via email whenever we do. So
Oh, Seth, it's week 11.
okay, yeah, I'll take a look.
All right.
Yep. Okay, I know I was a little bit late, but is there anything else that before we wrap up around 4 o'clock? Okay. Well, appreciate everybody being here. You had a lot of good questions today. Aiden, I am gonna be like you just heard me say, I'm gonna be in school all next week. But I'm gonna try and catch up with you as when I can. So I know I was gone for a few weeks and want to look over your account and see what we can do to keep you growing.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Daya, we are just wrapping up. Anything that I can answer for you? I know you just showed up, but
Okay, did I get my time zone wrong?
yeah, it's
I probably did.
4 o'clock Pacific now, and we started at 3.
Oh,
Where
okay.
where are you at?
That would have been 5, not 6. I'm in Central.
Okay.
No, I know my time zones. I got it mixed up, but oh well.
Okay.
No, I was just trying to grab a nugget here. I haven't
Okay.
done anything
All
in the program for a while because I've been slammed. So
Okay. I will send out the replay as soon as it's up. We did talk about a lot
yeah.
of good stuff
Okay.
today. A lot of good stuff. So it's
Good
definitely
to know. Good to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so I'll just listen in and then close up when you guys do.
Yeah,
Thank
we do go off of daylight savings time this Sunday, which I know
Sunday, yeah.
affects like people in Arizona because they don't do it or something. I don't know. I'll send out an update about that too, but everybody will have to figure out what that works for their time zone. So
Okay.
yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
All right.
Sorry I missed it, but I'll catch the replay. Thank you, Seth.
Sounds good. If you have any questions, I can answer them real quick. We've got a little.
I have to watch some of the videos to have.
Okay. All right. Say goodbye, Mushy.
Bye, Mushy.
All right. Everybody have a
Okay.
good day. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
See ya.